Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome at my Ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go and donate on patreon.com. So today we're going to do the Long Life Pantry, their vegetarian 72-hour ration. This comes in a nice box and go and check out their unboxing video. So, we're going to have our pineapple isotonic drink, because that's the one I actually lucky drawed out of the pack. You get 6 isotonic drinks, so 2 per day. There's a lot of spoons, so you don't have to reuse your spoons. We're going to do some peanuts, some nut butter, which is mostly peanuts with a little bit of chocolate and a lot of sugar. We're going to do our vegetable biryani, which is a very nice and thick biryani, and our crackers, or our wheat crackers for the South Africans, or I don't know where Provitas you get them. This is not Provitas, there's not so many seeds and stuff in it, and it's much more crispy. Provitas a bit more dense, but yeah, the same size as a Provita though. One thing I miss about these rations is no cheese, but well, we'll go and mix this all hot. We do have a tea that I could have used for lunch, but I decided no. There is ration heaters that I can use, in fact, which I'm going to use. But there's only 2 ration heaters per day. So, there we go. And one of our meals do not need a ration heat, but we'll come to that time later. So we're going to do our biryani. Remove this, pop this in there, and we're off. Don't really need a lot of stuff. So I'll be back when I've mixed this, or let this heat. Okay. Start with our pineapple. This time I didn't measure anything. And yay, I got my proportions right. I added more than half a liter. It's still sweet. You still have a slight pineapple taste, but it's not that very strong artificial pineapple taste that you get. So let's see our biryani. You can see it's not a saucy dish, although there isn't extra sauce, but the rice feels nice and soft. The dish feels nice and soft. Doesn't feel as it's going to be dry, but there's no extra sauce here. It's got a slight burn. It's not as curry tasting as a curry would be, but it doesn't have the nice cinnamon taste that some of the biryanis have. There's no cumin taste here. It's really nice. Think about this savory dish that you will make with bit of curry, but not bad curry taste, and a slight bit of quite a lot of cayenne pepper in it. It's very nice. The rice isn't overly soft. It still is enough to give structure to the dish. Because there is no meat in here or chicken, there's nothing really otherwise to give structure here. As I say, the rice is nice and soft. All the vegetables are soft, but the rice is a bit less soft, I think, in comparison to the vegetables than it would have been in a meat dish. But you don't really miss the meat. It's not. There is beans in here that I don't think is in the other biryanis, but you don't really miss the meat taste. Now we've got some very tightly sealed peanuts. It is salty. Not as salty as some peanuts that you get. Most likely it's roasted as well. I do like my peanuts non-salted, non-roasted, but hey, I'm not gonna get it like that. But it's not too salty, so not too bad. Now we do have some what do you call it? Some jam, but I didn't add the jam because there's so little jam in one of the satchels that you don't really get enough of it on your crackers. So let's taste. Very sweet. You do taste the chocolatiness. The nut butter, as with South African peanut butter, isn't always very mixed quite properly when they bag it. So sometimes you get runnier peanut butter or nut butter. This is the case here. There's a lot of oil, of nut oil in there. So if you put it on your crackers, you really have to be careful not to make a mess of it. If you're one of those people that like to eat this stuff out of the bag, it's much easier to do so because it's already liquidy and your mouth won't get that dry. And basically that is our lunch. Our biscuit crackers, there's about 9 in the pack. They're nice and crispy. Not salted, which is nice because you can use it then for anything. You can add your jam on it, you can add your nut butter on there. You can even dip it in your curry if you want, or in your biryani, or in whatever thing you have. So that's our review. One thing it's annoying about the vegetable dishes, or there's a lot of pasta dishes. I mean, every day you've got one pasta dish. Compared to some of the meat stuff, which they also have added more pasta dishes, there used to be other interesting stuff that they don't use pasta in. I mean, they had a beef stroganoff or a stroganoff one where there was no pasta in, or some other stews where there was no pasta in, but here you do get a lot of pasta. I would have liked to see more potatoes in these dishes, but hey, it's me. They ship all over Africa, so, well, other people might like other stuff. But this, let's see what we think. Our biryani was nice. You don't really miss the meat in this. It's flavorful. Not having the meat, you don't have sort of hard, stringy, big bits to eat. Your rice is almost the most structural thing in here. Your vegetables are very soft. In comparison with the beef ones, your rice is sometimes the softer, more soft, because your meat doesn't absorb that much water. But this gives it does have a good structure between the soft vegetables and the rice that's not as soft. It's not that it's hard rice, it's just not as soft as some of these retort pouch meals. Our peanuts was nice, just lightly salted, and maybe I'm not sure if it was roasted or not. The nut butter is nice and very sweet, a lot of sugar added there, nice and chocolate taste, and our crackers is nice and crispy. Our pineapple drink was nice. As I said, I hate to put in a lot, too little water, because I hate the artificial pineapple taste, but here you can add enough water so that you just get a nice sweet fruity taste. So that was lunch of the Long Life Pantry, 72-hour, the vegetarian one. I did do the meat one before, and it was quite interesting. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, please go donate on Patreon or comment. See you at my next ration review.